Cool. So
okay, all good?
we're good. You good to go?
Yep.
Fabrizio, thanks for joining me on this episode of Pedalpocalypse, the first with a bass player.
Wow, that's an honor.
Yes, I'm a bass player myself, but I never use pedals when I play bass, so I'm intrigued to find out. The concept is, if you were stuck in the apocalypse, what 3 pedals would you take with you and why?
I'm actually the opposite of yourself. You're saying that you never really use pedals. Actually, I always use pedals. It's part of my sound. I think, why leave all the fun to the guitar players, you know? Okay, let me give you an example. One of my favorite, I would say second favorite pedal, we go back to the first one later, is this an envelope filter. This particular pedal too has an history because it was a present from the Reverend Billy F. Gibbons. And when he showed up, he told me, I made a couple of tweaks. And actually, with this pedal inside, there are a few things that you can move around. To be honest with you, I never really knew how. But Billy's Billy, and he's the gear king. So he gave me that, and I don't know what he did do, to be honest with you. But I know that this thing sounds like no other envelope filter I've ever tried. Automatically, you're back in San Francisco, 1968. You know that cool. You're like Larry Graham and Sly and the Family Stone and my old boss, George Clinton. And this is actually my first favorite pedal.
Okay, let's go to that one then. So
this is a compressor, actually still by Mark Bass. Actually, they're using an Italian name, so Compressore. That's how we say compressor in Italian. This thing is, I think, by far the best compressor I've ever tried in my life, period. This guy, I would challenge anyone to know that I'm using a compressor. I feel it when I play, because if I take it out, just to give you some, again. I'm just sticking it up. And this guy, not only it's fantastic because it doesn't change the sound, it just keeps it very, very consistent, and it gives me the extra, I would say, tool to keep everything lined and under control.
Cool. Is that something that you run all the time then?
Yes, absolutely.
So you plug it in and it goes on, you get your settings, and then for the whole show, it's there.
Oh, yeah. I never play without it, absolutely.
Cool. So pedal number 3, your final one.
We're going back to Mark Bass, and that's why I love the company so much, because it's just like music creation at their very best. This super synth pedal.
Ah, okay.
It works both as a synth bass pedal or as an octave pedal. So instead of trying to dig in, if there are a couple of spots during the jam where it's the bass player's turn, of course I'm not like a jazz guy or like a Jacko type of dude or anything like that. No fusion, no jazz for me. But this kind of sounds allows me to go back to the era that I like, where actually the best bass solos were not made with the bass, but they were made with the keyboards. This pedal, obviously, there's a bunch of different settings. This is the one that tend to use the most, because, as you heard, the tracking is really good, but if I ended up letting a chord ring, it just gives me a great sustain, and it's still very dynamic. As you can hear, it's not, it's like, it's got its own decay, cut off, and release. So I try every possible combination with this pedal, and every time that I try it, just something else comes out.
Being a bass player that doesn't use pedals, now I'm very tempted.
Good. Okay. So, my work here is done.
There you go.